So before we get started, I have to address a couple of things. This will probably not go the way you expect it to go. What do I mean by that? Well, you'll just have to keep watching. Another thing is, I have never done anything like this in my entire life. This is my first time staying up for this long. This is my first time staying awake for this long. This is my first time moving for this long. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is going to be my bathroom. Hopefully, this treadmill will be a trooper and go the whole way, but I'm not planning on it, so there's a good chance I will have to get off at some point to give it a break, because I don't want damn shit. So what I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes is I'm going to go for a 3-mile run, cool down a little bit, then I'm going to probably watch some Flash. I don't know if it's considered cheating to watch TV during this, but I feel like I need a distraction because I don't feel any pain right now. I know later in this challenge I'm going to really be hurting, so I need something to take my mind off the pain. Also, just to clarify something, I'm not really doing this for YouTube per se, because if I was doing this for YouTube, I would have to make like an over-the-top thumbnail face. Give a shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for a sponsor. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm not really doing this for YouTube. I more just want to do this to teach myself how to not give in to the thoughts of like quitting or giving up. And as much as I don't want to, I think I'm going to keep this light on for the whole night, because I really don't want to start getting sleepy or anything. I think by having this shining in my face all night, it's going to prevent me from like wanting to go to sleep. And before I knew it, the first hour passed. I then finally decided to go for a 3-mile run, which actually turned into a 5-mile run because I was really just getting into the music. This sweatshirt is soaked in sweat. Also, by the way, I just want to mention that I've been using a Panasonic camera for the entire time in this video so far, but in the next couple of clips, I'm going to switch over to my iPod, which is going to sound a lot different, so I just want to apologize for the difference in audio quality. Alright guys, it is 4 a.m. Definitely starting to feel some pain in my feet, for sure. It's been very hard for me to keep my eyes open. I thought by having this light on would help, and it does help. I mean, I think if I were in a dark room, I'd be out like a light. I have not watched the TV yet. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting to start that at like 1 a.m. So after this, I finally started to watch some TV until I eventually had to restart the 6-hour loop. And I was doing a 6-hour loop because there was a just run feature on the treadmill, but my fear with doing the just run feature is that it could stop at any time. So I just thought the 6-hour loop would be the best option because I know it would end in 6 hours. So when I did restart it, I had to power it myself for like 30 seconds, but eventually I got it going all by itself again. Alright guys, so it was 6 in the morning. I'm surprisingly in a better mood than I was like 2 hours ago. I don't know why, I'm just a little more energetic. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself, but I can feel pain, but it's not like extreme pain. Like, I feel like I could still walk a good distance. Alright, so I know I just said I was doing pretty good like an hour ago, but I guess I did jinx myself because my feet, I'm really feeling it now. Like, thought of giving up has definitely crossed my mind in just the past like 30 minutes. I don't know why my feet started to hurt so bad. I'm starting to feel tired again. No energy. To get back in my side was like 30 minutes ago. I don't know what happened to it. I guess I never should have said anything because I think I just jinxed myself. The sun still has not come up yet. But it is nice to know it is 7 o'clock and it's not 4 a.m. or something, so I'm really tired and I really want to go to bed. That's what I want right now, but I can't do that. I've been trying to rest my head on this little makeshift pillow here. This sweaty sweatshirt, but it's not that comfortable. Well guys, we have 15 hours left, and I have no idea how I'm going to do this. First off, look at my eyes. If that doesn't show how tired I am, I don't know what does. Guys, I completely regret doing this. This sucks. I hate it. It's just pain. That's all it is, it's pain. I'm gonna have a protein bar and see if that does anything. And hopefully it does something because I really need some energy. Oh, I think it's finally time that I have to use the bathroom. Well, I guess if I run out of water, I can just drink this.
Yeah, so if you can't tell, I'm just having the best time of my whole life. Just look how happy I am. But for real, I was in real pain. I was miserable. I thought some breakfast would help, but it really didn't do anything. And unfortunately, it led to this. So yeah, I failed the challenge and I really did not feel good about myself at all. I made it 12 hours and I knew the only way to make myself not feel as bad was to finish the remaining 12 hours I had left. So the next day I walked the remaining 12 hours all outside. So can I say I walked for 24 hours straight? No. But I knew anytime I would look back at this, I would just feel very unhappy with myself, and I thought by walking another 12 hours, it would make up for my loss. And when I finished, I would actually feel accomplished. So after jaywalking across the street, I found a very long path that I walked on for a while. And eventually my shoelace got untied, so I had to tie it back up. I was less strict about taking breaks, so I was able to do this. But I still, anytime I took a break, it was only 30 seconds, and I would never ever sit down. The fact that it's raining is, there's not many people out here. I don't see anyone, so far I've been the only one. Here are the pros and cons for walking outside. Pros are I don't have to worry about breaking the treadmill. There's more open space. It's harder to give up because you're so far away from home. You have to walk all the way back. On a treadmill, you can just step off and say, well, I'm done. And there's fresh air. Cons are weather conditions. It was raining literally the whole time I was out there. Intersections, I really just do not like crossing intersections. Equipment and charging stuff, you have to worry about things dying, and plus it was raining, so I could really only use my GoPro for most of the time because it was the only thing that could get wet. I was carrying more weight, and it's more easy for things to get lost. Alright guys, another problem I just realized with the rain is my shoes have gotten a lot of water in them. Now I'm kind of walking around with wet, soggy socks. That doesn't feel too good, and I think once the pain kicks in my feet, it won't be a good combination, so that's another problem right there. It's also really hard to pull out my phone to check my steps and see if anyone's trying to get a hold of me because I'm wearing gloves and I have to take them off, and then water gets all over my phone, so that's kind of a little annoying, but whatever, just kind of gotta deal with it. I'd also love to be able to like listen to a podcast or something, or some music, but I want to try to save as much battery life on my phone, so I can't do that as much as I want to, as much as I just pass the time. I can't, so that really sucks. But on the bright side, at least I have a lot of stuff to look at instead of just a blank wall, because that's what I was doing for most of the time when I was on the treadmill.
So I walked and walked and walked and walked, and eventually I had to go to the bathroom, and I saw a building that I could possibly go in, but when I got close to it, I realized it was closed for the season.
Alright guys, so I finally found some shelter under this thing. I've kind of just been walking around in circles. I do have to go to the bathroom. I'm in like this kind of very seclusive park. I didn't see any cars in the parking lot, so from what I know, I'm the only person here, so I think I'm probably gonna take a leak right in some field over there because I really have to go. I'm a little disappointed because the GoPro is at 35%, so pretty soon I'm gonna have no waterproof thing to film with, and it will not stop raining. This is kind of making me mad.
I also felt like going on some equipment because I just felt like entertaining myself, but this was actually a huge mistake and probably my biggest regret of this whole challenge. Because did you see it? Well, look, let me play it again. Still don't see the problem? Okay, let me play it again, but this time I'll do it in slow motion and I'll zoom in. Yeah, that's my phone that just fell in my pocket, and I did not even realize that it fell in my pocket. I just walked away like an idiot. This happened at 3:35 p.m. I didn't realize it was missing until 3:53 p.m., and I didn't find it until 4:01 p.m. So just keep this in mind because it will come into play later.
Okay, so we have made it to this field. Very isolated back here, as you can tell. I also just realized I have not had any water yet, so I'm going to take a short water break. And also, I didn't bring much food. I brought a thing of pretzels, but that's the only food source I have. And I'm burning a lot of calories, so it's very likely I'm going to get hungry. But, since this grass isn't as soggy, I'm going to try to keep walking down this trail right here.
just because I had the time, so I might as well just try. I also noticed that the rain has picked up a little bit. All right, so because the rain has picked up a little bit and this grass is really soggy, I'm probably gonna put this away, not gonna check in for a little bit. I'm trying to save as much life on the GoPro that I can, so yeah.
This was the moment I realized I didn't have my phone. So at first I thought I dropped it in this field somewhere, so I just tried to retrace my footsteps until finally...
Guys, I think I see it. It's right there. It's right there. Oh my gosh, shit. Please turn on. Okay, it still works. Oh my gosh.
I went under the shelter thing to dry my phone off, and I was very happy that I found my phone and it was still working. But I also realized every step I just took for the past half an hour or so didn't count. Shit. So I ran around this basketball court until I got to like 1,000 steps. Then around 5 o'clock I left and I enjoyed the last few minutes of daylight before the skies grew dark.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's very nice to have moments like this when the road just clears up, because it just goes dead silent.
So both my iPod and GoPro died and my phone did not have a lot of space left, but pretty much the same thing happened with the treadmill. I felt a lot of pain in my feet around the 5-hour mark, but it was pain that I could deal with and could keep walking with. But then around the 10-hour mark, my feet went to extreme pain, and by midnight my feet were cold, wet, soggy, and in a lot of pain. I cannot describe in words how difficult this last hour was. Everything around me was dead silent. There were no cars, no people, and there were so many times I thought I was just going to collapse to the ground, and I probably told myself that it's the last hour and that I should keep going every 10 seconds. But eventually, I finished, and I actually felt somewhat accomplished by doing this.